Underground Columbus.
Yo, it's the #1 station for unsigned independent artists right here, WUDG, Underground Columbus.
Yo, what's up? Happy Friday, everybody. We are back for another one, as we always do about this time. This is the Live Clip Show. I am your host, Deuce. We are live from the Underground Columbus radio station. Thank y'all again for tuning in. I certainly appreciate it. And so before we get started, as always, we want to let y'all know where y'all can follow us on social media. On Twitter, you can hit us up at underground_614. On Instagram, Underground Columbus, WUDG. YouTube, subscribe to the Underground Columbus YouTube channel, please and thank you. And as always, we are live on the Facebook, on the WUDG Columbus Radio Facebook page. And as always, you can always call in at 614-636-5601. And so we got a lot of things going on today. It's been a real eventful week, so to speak. We got the BET Award nominations that were announced earlier in the week, so we're going to talk about that. We're also going to get into YouTube has entered, or they are entering into the streaming business, and so we're actually going to get into that as well with the YouTube versus Tidal and Spotify situation that is brewing as we speak. And so we're also going to talk about Tierra Marie and revenge porn, as they call it. And so it looks like she has had a sex tape that leaked apparently on her Instagram page, and now she is suing. And I believe 50 Cent is also being named in the lawsuit as well. So we're going to get into that a little bit later as well. And so we got a few things on the plate. We got a special guest that's going to be stopping by later, and I'll let you guys know who that will be here shortly. And so again, there's a lot of things going on this week, but I certainly want to thank y'all for tuning in. And so, as always, I'm your host, Deuce, and you can follow me on Instagram at only1Deuce, on Twitter at Deuce, on Facebook, Deuce, all social media platforms, it's Deuce, Snapchat as well, Deuce27. And so get at me, and we'll chop it up online, however y'all want to do it. And so as we get into the show today, I want to encourage y'all to call in with any questions, comments, as the topics that we're going to run through today. Again, the phone number is 614-636-5601. And so as far as with the BET Award nominees, they were announced Tuesday. And so DJ Khaled, led the pack of nominees apparently. And so he was nominated for Album of the Year for Grateful, also for Video of the Year for Wild Thoughts, featuring Rihanna and Bryson Tiller. Other nominees, top nominees include Migos, SZA. This is reported on Billboard.com, as reported by Billboard.com. Other top nominees include Migos, SZA, Bruno Mars, Drake, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Cardi B, and also Chris Brown. So basically, this normal cast of characters. All the popular artists that are out here making moves today. And so we're going to get into the other nominees and some of the other categories. And the award show is going to be June 25th. It'll air on BET. It's out in Los Angeles. So obviously that's going to be a lit weekend. BET Awards is always a lit weekend. It's good for the culture. I appreciate BET for still doing the awards. I know a lot of people are not so much into award shows as they used to be. But I still like award shows, at least for the performance aspect of it all. It's good to see, good live performances when you can get it. And so I'm not saying that you get it that often, but whenever you can get it, it's definitely appreciated. And so, again, we got a special guest coming in today. We also got a few things going on in the city. We're going to talk about that as well. And so, but right now what we're going to do is we're going to get into this Booney the Kid Blue Diamond Girl. And so we'll be right back. Thank y'all again for tuning in. This is WUDG Columbus Underground Radio. You can even call it bad, but that still ain't enough. My blue diamond baby can't be touched. She be every man's dream, plus a whole lot more. Live the blue diamond life, classy for sure. A nice elegant all around the world. You gotta love her, she above the best. A blue diamond girl. What you see is what you get. A whole lot of woman full of charm and wit. You can swear up and down
town, you got the baddest chicks, but she make you think twice about the one that you with. And damn, I must admit she got me digging her style. When I see her try hard to hold back my smile, inside I'm like, wow, she the best of the best. And me, I'm mad picky, but with her I'm impressed. When we met, had me thinking that my game so strong. Laughed, cut me off, told me where I went wrong. Let me know she ain't a all one night stand. She got everything she wanted, except the right man. Reached out for my hand, then she gave me a phone. Said she'll hit me later on, probably when she get home. So sexy, ain't grown, got your man in the soul. Killer rock about my baby, so go get your own. She everything you wanna be, plus a whole lot more. Sipping on blue diamond, getting money below. You can even call it bad, but that still ain't enough. My blue diamond baby can't be touched. She be every man's dream, plus a whole lot more. Live the blue diamond life, classy for sure. A nice, be elegant all around the world. You gotta love her, she above the best. A blue diamond girl. Let's talk about her lifestyle. Money well invested, cash flow out of the house. I'm sitting staring at her, trying to understand how. The last fool lost her, but I understand now. Smart as she could be, got 3 college degrees. Her neck and wrist alone worth about 100 G's. A private jet get it to wherever overseas. Sipping blue diamond on the beach in Belize. Polite type, attitude is so nice. Try to play it full, guarantee you pay the price. What you call ballin' out, that's her everyday life. Luxury hotels might stay 7 nights. I can make her my wife and be proud of that. But that, I ain't falling off track. She a rich man's dream, a bum nigga scheme, a smart man's queen, every me to any team. She everything you wanna be, plus a whole lot more. Sipping on blue diamond, getting money below. You can even call it bad, but that still ain't enough. My blue diamond baby can't be touched. She be every man's dream, plus a whole lot more. Live the blue diamond life, classy for sure. A nice, be elegant all around the world. You gotta love her, she above the best. A blue diamond girl.
Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl.
She everything you wanna be, plus a whole lot more. Sipping on blue diamond, getting money below. You can even call it bad, but that still ain't enough. My blue diamond baby can't be touched. She be every man's dream, plus a whole lot more. Live the blue diamond life, classy for sure. A nice, be elegant all around the world. You gotta love her, she above the best. A blue diamond girl.
Yeah. Get a taste of this time.
Diamond girl.
I think to myself, black man, you a target. How many lives have been lost?
Joe Hustle, Black Man, WBG Columbus Radio, Loud and Clear Show.
If you struggle with your family, we don't care for nothing. Born black in my country, start out life with nothing. Black man, stand up, you can be some. Black man, stand up, you can be some. If you struggle with your family, we don't care for nothing. Born black in my country, start out life with nothing. Black man, stand up, you can be some. Black man, stand up, you can be some. They want a soul, baby. They want a spirit, baby. They want your song, baby. They want a straw, baby. So you get the you are love like that is hard. Stand up, you know the single mother with a son, you gotta get it, baby. The struggle be the girl, you gotta show, baby. The struggle ready to hold up, there's some muscle on me. Said Becky switched up, it was a lesson for me. Black man in this country, you a target. I feel like an activist, a target. I'm a black man in a target. That black man, a king to his daughter. In the system to them crackers, he a number. This my country, they treat me like I'm summer. I'm feeling lonely. I'm feeling lonely. I wanna live today. I was broken, I was homeless. Really just throwing away. I just run in the streets. Two sons got a feed. Single mother, you queen. Single mother, you queen. If you struggle with your family, we all came from nothing. Born black in my country, start up level 9. Black man, stand up, you can be some. Black man, stand up, you can be some. If you struggle with your family, we all came from nothing. Black man in my country, you a target. You a target. Wake up, please my people, wake up. Respect your masterpiece. You a dynasty. Wake up, please my people, wake up. Wake up. Fuck them haters tryna nose, I'ma get it, brother. I felt my lane, I got a voice, I gotta feed the nation. You got a dream, you still living while you still waiting. They gon' smile, they gon' laugh, shit, they chill. I know you always go for nothing. Ain't no giving up, ain't no giving up. They want your soul, baby. Let's get it. They want your heart, baby. They struggle with your family, we don't give a man. Black man, stand up, you can be something. I want a ball today, I want to live today. I want a ball today, I want to live today. I want to breathe today. If you struggle with your family, we all came from nothing. Born black in my country, start on level nothing. Black man, stand up, you can be something. Black man, stand up, you can be something. If you struggle with your family, we all came from nothing. Born black in my country, start on level nothing. Black man, stand up, you can be something. Black man, stand up, you can be something.
Yo. We are back with the Loud and Clear Show again, WUDG Underground Columbus Radio. And I am the one and only, your host, Ray Deuce. And so before we went into the tracks, we was, again, that was Roll Hustle with Black Man. That's Roll Hustle with Black Man. So shout out to Roll Hustle. That's one of my joints right there. And so what we was talking about before we left, y'all, we was going into the BET Awards. Again, it's going to be airing live on BET June 24th from Los Angeles. And so the nominees were announced earlier in the week. And so I'm just curious to know how y'all feel about some of these nominations. Some of them are basically typical nominations as far as Best Female R&B/Pop Artist. We got Beyonce, we got SZA, Her, Rihanna, and Kalani. And so out of that, I'm just curious to know who y'all think should win. I'm going to go with, as far as for this year, I would have to pick SZA. I think she had a dope year. But, let me know what y'all think. Out of that group, again, the Best Female R&B Pop Artist Award nominees are Beyonce, SZA, Her, Rihanna, and Kalani. Best Male R&B Pop Artist Award nominees are Bruno Mars, Chris Brown, The Weeknd, Khalid, I guess, and Daniel Caesar. I don't know who Daniel Caesar is. I'm gonna have to look that up. Who is Daniel Caesar? And so, shout out to everybody watching on Facebook Live. I appreciate y'all. Again, the Best Male R&B/Pop Artist Award nominees are Bruno Mars, Chris Brown, The Weeknd, Khalid, Daniel Caesar. That's kind of a tough one. Chris Brown, that's my guy. He always put out some dope stuff. But I'm gonna have to go with probably Bruno Mars on this one. Just for this year, I think he probably had the best year. Let me know what y'all think about that one. We got the Best Group Award. Best Group Award: Migos, A Tribe Called Quest, Nerd, N.E.R.D., Ray Shrimmer, Chloe, and Haley. Okay. I guess I think that's the girls that be with Beyonce, or used to roll with Beyonce, I think. Best Group Award, again, Migos, A Tribe Called Quest. That's a surprise nomination, A Tribe Called Quest. I guess they did drop something this year, though. So Tribe Called Quest, shout out to them. Nerd, N.E.R.D., Ray Shrimmer, Chloe times Haley. All right, and Best Collaboration Award, we got Bruno Mars featuring Cardi B with the Finesse remix, DJ Khaled featuring Rihanna, and Bryson Tiller, Wild Thoughts. DJ Khaled featuring Jay-Z, Future, and Beyonce, Top Off. Cardi B featuring 21 Savage, Bartier, Cardi. French Montana featuring Sway Lee, Unforgettable. Kendrick Lamar featuring Rihanna, Loyalty. That's a good list right there. I guess all of those songs could technically win. Let me know what y'all think. Ace Boogie, what up? Let me know what y'all think. I'm curious to know, who y'all got in that category, because that's a kind of competitive one as well. And so we also got the best. I'm not going to go through all of these categories because there's quite a few of them. I'm just going over the major ones, and then I just want y'all to let me know what y'all think as far as on the call in. And don't forget to call the number to call in is 614-636-5601, or you can leave a comment on the page and let me know what y'all think. And so, again, Best Male Hip Hop Artist Award nominees are Drake, Kendrick Lamar, DJ Khaled, Jay-Z, and J. Cole. That's definitely a competitive category right there. All of those guys had pretty good years. DJ Khaled being in there, I guess you can consider him a hip hop artist. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but he's in there, so I don't know. That's a tough one right there. When Kendrick's album dropped, 2000, I don't know. That's competitive right there. All right, and the next one, the last one I'm gonna go over is the Best Female Hip Hop Artist Award. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Remy Ma, Dej Loaf, and Rhapsody. And shout out to Rhapsody. Rhapsody's dope. That's the category that was out of the list. So let me know what y'all think again for the Best Female Hip Hop Artist Award, Best Male Hip Hop Artist Award, Best Collab, Best Group Award, Best Male R&B, and Best Female R&B Award. So if y'all listening, let me know what y'all think. Who y'all got for those awards, and also let me know if y'all gonna be tuning in to watch the BET Awards. Do people still watch the award shows these days? That's a question I really want to ask, because I'm not really sure how relevant award shows are. Not as much as they used to be. Back in the 90s, especially like going all the way back to the 80s. The Grammys, MTV MTV Music Awards, Soul Train Awards. All these was really big awards. It seems as if they've kind of tapered off, and they're not so, popular these days for multiple reasons. And even speaking of the categories, the female rap category, obviously Nicki Minaj is nominated. Do you feel like Nicki Minaj should be nominated for any of these awards? Like, I'm not sure what she's done over the last year that would warrant her being nominated for an award, but she did recently announce that she will be releasing a new album. She announced a new album title, which is Queen, ironically enough, from her who she is certainly proclaimed to be the queen of rap. And so I guess it's going to be dropping in June, on June the 15th. And so far she's dropped a couple of tracks. I guess they're like teaser singles, Barbie Teens and Chung Lee. What y'all think about those singles? Do y'all feel like those singles are good lead-up singles to the album? Are y'all anticipating Nicki Minaj's album? That's a good question. So let's get into that. Like, are y'all looking forward to Nicki Minaj's new project, or are we over Nicki Minaj as a culture? I don't know. I know she put out those songs, and it didn't seem like they did too well. It's something about Nicki Minaj's music. It's like when she first come out with songs, they'll pop off on the charts, and then they quickly fade away. Kind of like when she put out those songs last spring or last summer when she was into it with Remy. And so I don't know what the cause of that is. Where's the Nicki fans at? Nicki was big. Is she still the queen of rap, or is Cardi taking that slot? And so call in and let me know what y'all think. Again, it's 614-636-5601. And again, we are live from the WUDG Columbus Radio Facebook page, so you can always get with us on that platform also. But yeah, we're talking about the BET Hip Hop Awards. We're also talking about Nicki Minaj, and she announced her album title. Her album will be dropping in a little less than a month. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Are y'all looking forward to the Nicki Minaj album, or are y'all over Nicki Minaj? Is it Cardi B season? Should she fall back and let Cardi B do her thing, or or is it enough room in the rap game for both females to be on the charts at the same time? That all of these is good questions that I'm asking just to see kind of what y'all think about it. I think if the game is big enough, I think it's enough room for all artists. I think they could all eat, and it shouldn't be a pick or choose sort of situation. But for whatever reason with our culture, that's the approach we tend to take, especially when it comes down to female artists. And so I'm not saying that to ignite necessarily any more conflict than what it is already between them, but at the same time, I just kind of want to know what y'all think as far as that's concerned. And so give me a call, hit us up at 614-636-5601. And so what we also going to talk about is Tierra Marie. She's been in the news, and some of y'all may be aware. There was a video that leaked on her Instagram page, apparently, and so it was a sex tape. And so now, you know, the Love and Hip Hop star, I guess she's still on that show. I don't really watch that too often, but I guess, you know, this is according to TMZ. The Love and Hip Hop star said her ex-boyfriend leaked the sex video as revenge for her breaking up with him. So, you know, she's got with her attorneys, and now they are suing the ex-boyfriend and also 50 Cent for posting the sexually explicit image. Now, obviously, if you've been on Instagram, it wasn't just 50 Cent. That picture, those posts was all over Instagram, all over Twitter. I don't know, was it a plot or was it like another Love and Hip Hop story plot, or is it something legitimate that she's going through? But I guess her, she's saying that she broke up with her ex-boyfriend, Akbar Abdul Ahad. And so, again, this is according to TMZ. And so she said that the breakup is what triggered, you know, him releasing the tape. So I guess she found out he cheated on her, and she claims that he had her Instagram password and posted a video and an obscene photo of her as payback and to ultimately humiliate her. And so she's also claiming that 50 is actually a close friend of her ex, and so he also posted the image, you know, and obviously 50 has 18 million Instagram followers, and Instagram, you know, reportedly took the pictures down. And so this kind of explains what, if you follow 50 on Instagram, he was, I guess he had an issue with Instagram removing some of his posts. And so when he posted that, I didn't know initially what he was talking about. But apparently Instagram took down the post, you know, of the explicit image of Tierra Marie. And so, you know, he's back on Instagram now, obviously, but I guess, you know, they got that issue resolved. So anyway, she's bringing a lawsuit to 50 Cent also, you know, obviously saying that, you know, she's been caused mental distress, you know, from humiliation, obviously, from the situation. Let me know what y'all think. I mean, like, what's up with this revenge porn thing? Like, do y'all think this is revenge porn? Like, do y'all think it was actually the ex-boyfriend that released the video? Because it was released on her Instagram page, so I don't know what to make of that. I guess she said he had her password. You know, I don't know. It's hard to nowadays. You don't really know what to believe. Honestly, it's just these people always say that it's leaked, or it was leaked, but then, you know, months later we come to find out that, you know, they were behind it the whole time. They end up cutting some sort of deal with a lot of these, you know, porn companies or internet companies or whatever the case may be, and then, you know, they get the bag that way. And so obviously, I guess the new season of Love and Hip Hop is about to come out, and so some people think it's like a publicity stunt for that. Look, for me, I don't even really know. I really don't even care. I think it's, you know, I think it's crazy. I think a lot of these people is doing a lot of this for the fame anyway, so it wouldn't surprise me if she was behind the leak. But at the same time, it would surprise me if she wasn't, you know, because people are shady these days, and a lot of times, you know, as soon as a situation don't work out in their favor, you know, if you got a little bit of celebrity, that's the first thing somebody want to do as far as try to exploit, you know, your ex. I mean, exploit you, you know, to better themselves or whatever the case may be, to try to make a quick come up. And so y'all let me know again what y'all think about that. The phone number to call in is 614-636-5601. And so right now what we're going to do is we're going to get into another joint. This is Seiko Page. Seiko Page, this is a dope joint right here. It's called Run It Up. And we're gonna come back again. We still gonna get more into the BET Awards. So I'm definitely calling and let me know how y'all feel about the nominations. And as far as this Tierra Marie revenge porn thing, that's another topic of discussion. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Do y'all believe this is revenge porn? How do y'all feel about revenge porn? And so nowadays, a lot of times we're filming ourselves in compromising situations with people that we may feel like we can trust at that time. But the danger in that is when the relationship goes bad, you know, now that person has, you know, access to information or, you know, video footage of you doing things that you may not necessarily be so comfortable with the world, you know, seeing you do. And so that's something that I think we should start to take more into consideration. You know, sending selfies and, you know, allowing yourself to be filmed, you know, and performing these sexual acts. You know, it's kind of like you're playing with fire at the end of the day, because, you know what I mean? Like, when it ends, it typically ends badly as far as relationship goes, and it's nothing like a scorned lover. And so that much I will say, but we'll get back again. Call in, we can chop this up. Let me know what y'all think. 614-636-5601. This is WUDG Columbus Radio, and this is the Loud and Clear Show.
mixtape.
No sleep. No sleep. No sleep.
Frequently as possible.
No sleep. We busy eating. You sick and leaking. We busy eating. You niggas sleeping. We busy eating. You niggas sleeping. We busy eating. You niggas sleeping. We busy eating. Yeah. Slickers be eating. Working all weekend to weekend. We put a gram in the wood and I'm cheaping. Yeah. If you broke me, you sleeping. At the top of you niggas can't reach me. They say, Seiko, can you teach me? So I give them the word like I'm preaching. Running these streets and packing this heat. My phone going off. My numbers, my geeks, and we all know they don't sleep. Yeah. I'm on a whole nother level. The snow coming in. I'm in the kitchen and I'm breaking it down with the shovel. Yeah. Bitch wanna beat me so bad. Goddamn. I'm smoking weed and I'm counting cash. Goddamn. Throwing parties in my bachelor pad. That's why you harder than all of you niggas. Harder than all of you niggas. They just follow the leader as niggas. I'm tired of these sleep ass niggas. Yeah. Run up on shit. Spin it and get it right back. Man, to make the beat in this flat. Right. No sleep. No sleep. No sleep. No sleep. No sleep. No sleep. These words I'm hating like a picture. Now frame it. Running off, no sleep, but I'm feeling amazing. Haze, eyes low from the haze. No sleep, you're for play. Can't take you serious these days. We busy, no sleep. We busy, no sleep. We busy, no sleep. No sleep. We busy, no sleep. We busy, no sleep. No sleep. We busy, no sleep.
Yeah. That was Seiko Page with No Sleep. Seiko Page with No Sleep. And again, we are back, WUDG Columbus Radio. I'm Loud and Clear Show. I'm your host, Ray Deuce, as always. And again, you can call in, phone number 614-636-5601. Shout out to everybody listening and watching on Facebook Live. Shout out to everybody that may be tuning this in on the TuneIn Radio app if you're using that. And shout out to everybody that's watching me on my Facebook Live page as well. Again, you can always follow me on Instagram at only1deuce and also on Facebook at Ray Deuce, Twitter at Ray Deuce. And so, again, we were going over the BET Hip Hop Awards, and so I'm just waiting to hear what y'all feel about the nominees for the awards, and also, are y'all going to be watching the award show this year? I'll probably watch just this, again, I like to see the live performances. I really, what I used to like about the award shows the most is the collaborations, and you used to be able to get to see like a lot of artists that wouldn't necessarily be in the same place at the same time, and they'll have collaboration songs and you get to see them perform those songs. That used to be the dopest part of the award show, but you don't even see that as much nowadays. So I think that kind of took away a lot from the award shows also. But other things is going on in the news. We got YouTube that is launching a new music streaming service. And so this is according to Hip Hop DX. And so with Tidal embroiled in controversy amid allegations of misrepresenting its streaming numbers and Spotify raising questions for its hateful conduct policy, YouTube has announced what it hopes will be a new alternative. YouTube Music is a new music streaming service made for music, official songs, albums, thousands of playlists, and artist radio, plus YouTube's tremendous catalog of remixes, live performances, covers, and music videos that you can't find anywhere else, all simply organized and personalized. This is what the company wrote on its official blog. And quote, for the first time, all the ways music moves can be found in one place, unquote. And so this will be available on Tuesday, May 22nd. That's actually not too long, just 4 days from here. And YouTube Music will offer free ad-supported accounts as well as a premium subscription for $9.99 per month. According to a report by USA Today, the service will phase out and replace Google Play Music, and existing subscribers to that platform will receive complimentary premium access to the new music service. And so, if you got Google Play, if you use Google Play Music, and then I guess they're going to, eventually convert y'all over, give you a complimentary premium access to the new service. And so it's also been revealed that YouTube Red is being rebranded as YouTube Premium, and existing customers will have their monthly fee increased to $11.99. However, the subscription will also include access to YouTube Music. All right, that's kind of a lot. That's interesting. That YouTube will be going into this streaming thing. I'm surprised it took them this long, honestly. Being that that's more or less what obviously you upload videos and music to YouTube, but I'm still surprised it took them this long to actually do this. And so with everything that's going on with Tidal and obviously Spotify, not really sure how many people use Spotify these days anyway. And so I guess they're going to be competing with all the big boys, you know what I'm saying? But this whole thing with Tidal to me is what really brought me to this article, honestly, because again, this was reported at Hip Hop DX. But as far as with Tidal, and so the recent news with Tidal, it's always something with Tidal. Okay, and so recently they were accused of creating fake streams for Beyonce and also Kanye West. And so obviously Tidal is denying these allegations, but the claims were that the streaming service manipulated user data to create millions of fake streams for both Beyonce and Kanye West, and allegedly, it cost for them to make quite a bit of money in the millions is what they're reporting. And so Tidal is accusing this as at least Tidal is accusing this as being a smear campaign from a publication that once referred to our employees as an Israeli intelligence officer and our owner as a crack dealer. Wow. Okay. And so, well, I guess these allegations were initially reported by a Norwegian newspaper. And so a gentleman, I can't pronounce his name, Dagens. I don't know. I'm not even going to attempt to butcher the man's last name. But anyway, these are a lot of allegations that go on at Tidal. And so, and to me, and even that they're calling out the owner as a crack dealer and these sort of things, it leads me to question the legitimacy of all of this and where it all comes from. Because there's a lot of streaming services, and so everybody knows that the music industry inflates numbers, and that's just the way the industry goes. So why is Tidal being, always called out, for practicing the same thing that all of these same companies do? And so, I got my thoughts and theories, but I'm just curious to know how y'all feel about Tidal. Who out there uses Tidal, and how do y'all feel about Tidal as compared to other music streaming services? I think it's dope that Jay-Z, is even behind this, and I know he has partners and all of that, but I don't subscribe to Tidal necessarily, but at the same time, they got over 100. They have a lot of followers, like millions of subscribers as far as with Tidal. And so there's just allegations here that, I won't necessarily get into all the details of the allegations, but the albums in question are The Life of Pablo by Kanye West and also Beyonce's Lemonade. And so they're alleging that more than 150 million duplicates of tracks from West's album were allegedly played at the same time using real users' accounts. And it says more than 1.3 million subscribers were manipulated. And so I'm calling bogus on that one, honestly, because they were just accusing Tidal of delayed payments and these sort of things. But again, this is the practice in the music industry. And so I'm not going to sit there and hold Tidal any more accountable than I'm going to hold Apple Music, Spotify, or any of these other streaming services, because I feel like they're all practicing the same thing. And, for whatever reason, they're being singled out. I believe that because of what they represent, much like every other, most other things that happen in this unfortunate, industry and culture in general. And so, yeah, let me know what y'all think about it. Let me know if y'all going to be subscribing to the YouTube music streaming as well. Do y'all think that's going to change YouTube as far as YouTube, how we know it, being that right now, YouTube, I know you got YouTube Premium and you can pay, for different services on YouTube, but for the most part, most of us use the free YouTube. We just go to YouTube and pull up videos and watch them. Do you think it's going to change the way we watch YouTube? Do you think it's going to impact the way that, local or not local, just independent artists, which, obviously it benefit, I think, more so than major artists, from the YouTube platform, because you can upload music and, videos on there. You can, upload all your footage, to drive its content, so you can drive your fans to that. It helps you build your fan base is what I'm trying to say, basically. And so how do you feel like it's going to affect the independent artist that doesn't necessarily have the major label backing? And so with the platform, do you think if it changes, do you think they'll continue to offer YouTube for free as it's currently constructed, or do you think we'll have changes in the way that it's offered? And so, these are just questions. Again, y'all call in and let me know what y'all think. Again, the phone number is 614-636-5601. We are live from the WUDG Columbus Radio Facebook page. And so, as all and other news as well, as I'm scrolling through and checking out news here. And so, when you think, honestly, like this whole NWA, Suge Knight, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E thing, just when you think it's over, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always another story. Like, it's always something else. It's like the controversy that won't die, or the conspiracy theory that won't die. And so, obviously, it's been more than 30 years since Straight Outta Compton. Half of y'all probably wasn't even alive or was babies when that album dropped. And so, Eazy-E passed away at 95. And so, the fact that the fact that all these stories are still coming out, it's kind of overkill at this point, being that the man is not alive to defend himself one way or another. And so, but the newest allegations is that Eazy-E allegedly hired an ex-Israeli soldier to deal with Suge Knight. And so, whatever deal with means, like the implication in the article is according to Hip Hop DX, the implication is, a murder, basically, like to deal with him as opposed to take him out. So now this is according to Gary Ballin, who is a cousin of the late NWA manager Jerry Heller, the infamous Jerry Heller, as well as stage and production manager for the group. And so he recently sat down with the Murder Music Master Show to tell some never before heard stories about his late friend and how he was really larger than life. And so let's see here now. On him, as far as the allegations on him hiring an ex-Israeli soldier to handle Suge Knight, now this is according to this guy, Gary Ballin, and so I'm going to get into that as well. Just give me one moment. But yeah, so this is, like I said, I think this is kind of crazy, but according to this guy, he's saying basically Eazy-E was contracting this guy to basically take care of Suge Knight and kill him. And so, like I said, I'm only bringing this up just to say that I think we need to let Eazy-E rest in peace. I'm not even going to get into the story I was about to, but it's not even worth it. I'm just only saying this to say, because this is a lot that's going on in the culture, I believe. It's just, when a person passes away, they do it to Tupac a lot, and, they do it to Michael Jackson. They do it to a lot of these people. I feel like there should be some respect for the dead, And so once a person is passed on, whatever situations that may or may not occur in their life, whatever activities they may or may not have been a part of, I think that we should fall back from speaking on these things, like especially like hearsay and rumors and allegations and these things. Like, I mean, you can tell us your life story, up to a certain point if it includes another person, even if they are deceased. But just have some sort of class and respect. At least this is my personal opinion. I just feel like you got to have some sort of class and respect, because it's like a person ain't there to defend themselves. They can't rebuttal or refute anything that you may accuse them of. So at that point, you should just fall back and let that man rest in peace. Because again, if a person out here to defend themselves and you just throwing out allegations, I don't think that's fair. I think that this is it's a sad thing to do, and it kind of it speaks more about who you are as a person more so than anything else. Because to me, I just think that's whack. And so so I'm gonna get off that, but I just want to touch on that for a minute. I'm off that. But anyway, in other news, Mac Miller was arrested for DUI. T.I. also arrested for DUI. Well, not DUI. It looks like he was arrested for public drunkenness outside of his own gated community. So we're going to get into that story as well. And so, again, we're talking about the BET Hip Hop Awards. I went over the nominees for the awards, the best hip hop, best female, male R&B, best album. And so just again, call in, phone number 614-636-5601. Let me know what y'all think about the nominees. Also, let me know if y'all gonna be tuning in to watch the show. Do y'all still watch award shows, or are award shows irrelevant at this point? And so again, let me know what y'all think about that. And also the revenge porn. And so how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all think that Thierry Marie has the right to sue her ex, and also 50 Cent, you know, for posting, I guess, I don't know if he didn't post the video, just the photo. Do y'all think that's lawsuit worthy, or do y'all think this is just another one of these reality TV show publicity stunts, i.e. the Kardashians, just to draw the viewers? Because obviously the show is about to come back on here shortly. And so all of that's on the table today. Again, it is Friday here in Columbus. It's got chilly and rainy out there as usual. You know, this Columbus weather is always up and down. And just when you think it's spring or summer, you know, it reminds you that this is Ohio, and you know, you never really know. So the weather ain't, and we got some other things going on in the city today. We're going to talk about that. We got a special guest that should be dropping in here soon, so we're going to get a chance to chop it up with her. I won't get into who that guest is, but when they get here, we'll get into that and promote all the different projects, all the different events that we got going on in the city. Shout out to the homie Rich. Shout out to Repromo USA. Shout out to Dominique Styles and, you know, the homie Re-Rax, my guest host last week. Shout out to you, brother. And shout out to everybody out there, again, listening on Facebook Live, watching on Facebook Live. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, like, and share the video, comment, interact with your boy. I'm here. You know, we're just looking to chop it up. Again, we got the BET Awards. We got Tierra Marie. Those are the two things we're talking about today. Also, YouTube music streaming. How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all think that this is going to make an impact? Do you think it's going to affect Tidal music streaming at all? Are you willing to pay to stream music off of YouTube, or are you good with using whatever streaming platforms that you're already using? And so, again, the phone number is 614-636-5601, WUDG Columbus Radio. And right now, we're going to get into Booney the Kid, Blue Diamond Girl. Shout out to Booney the Kid, and make sure y'all check out the Blue Diamond Girl single video. It is available on Music Choice. Also, video is on YouTube, got over 1 million views. So shout out to Booney. And again, y'all go ahead and check this single out, Blue Diamond Girl. This is WUDG Columbus Underground Radio.
That's a whole lot more. Sipping on Blue Diamond, getting money galore. You can even call it bad, but that still ain't enough. My Blue Diamond baby can't be touched. She be every man's dream. That's a whole lot more. Live the Blue Diamond life, classy for sure. A nice, elegant all around the world. You gotta love her, she above the best of Blue Diamond girl. What you see is what you get. A whole lot of woman full of charm and wit. You can swear up and down, you got the baddest chicks, but she make you think twice about the one that you with. And damn, I must admit she got me digging her style. When I see her try hard to hold back my smile, inside I'm like, wow, she the best of the best. And me, I'm mad picky, but with her I'm impressed. When we met, had me thinking out my game so strong. Laughed and cut me off, told me where I went wrong. Let me know she ain't a all one night stand. She got everything she wanted, except the right man. Reached out for my hand, then she gave me a phone. Said she'll hit me later on, probably when she get home. So sexy ain't grown, got your man in the soul. Killer rock about my baby, so go get your own. She everything you wanna be, plus a whole lot more. Sipping on Blue Diamond, getting money galore. You can even call it bad, but that still ain't enough. My Blue Diamond baby can't be touched. She be every man's dream, plus a whole lot more. Live the Blue Diamond life, classy for sure. A nice, elegant all around the world. You gotta love her, she above the best of Blue Diamond girl. Let's talk about her lifestyle. Money while investing cash flow by the piles. I'm sitting staring at her trying to understand how. The last fool lost her, but I understand now. Smart as she could be, got 3 college degrees. Her neck and wrist alone worth about 100 G's. A private jet getting to wherever overseas. We sipping Blue Diamond on the beach in Belize. Polite type, attitude is so nice. Try to play it for a fool, guarantee you pay the price. What you call balling out, that's her everyday life. Luxury hotels might stay 7 nights. I can make her my wife to be proud of that. But that, I ain't falling off track. She a rich man's dream, a bum nigga scheme, a smart man's queen, and be to any team. She everything you wanna be, plus a whole lot more. Sipping on Blue Diamond, getting money galore. You can even call it bad, but that still ain't enough. My Blue Diamond baby can't be touched. She be every man's dream, plus a whole lot more. Live the Blue Diamond life, classy for sure. A nice, elegant all around the world. You gotta love her, she above the best of Blue Diamond girl.
Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl.
That's a whole lot more. Sipping on Blue Diamond, getting money galore. You can even call it bad, but that still ain't enough. My Blue Diamond baby can't be touched. She
the taste of this time.
Boonie the kid, tryna Michelle.
Yeah. That was Booney the Kid with Blue Diamond Girl. Blue Diamond Girl by Booney the Kid. And this is WUDG Columbus Radio with the Loud and Clear show. And so happy Friday, everybody out there that's been working hard all week. Shout out to y'all. I know y'all ready to turn it up this weekend. And so again, thank y'all for listening. The phone number to call in is 614-636-5601. As always, you can follow us on social media. Twitter, we are underground_Columbus 614. On Instagram, Underground Columbus WUDG. Subscribe to Underground Columbus on YouTube. It's just Underground Columbus. And as always, we are live from the WUDG Columbus Radio Facebook page. And so back into today's topics, we were talking about the YouTube music streaming. And so as far as, that's a good question. I see a comment in here that's asking, I wonder, are they going to charge people to post content, or are they going to offer less free content? Now, that's kind of what I'm wondering at this point. Like, what's going to change with the way that the platform is currently, available? Like, are they going to charge independent artists now to post, content, or are they just going to offer less free content? And that's a good question. That's kind of what I'm wondering, as far as like what is the ultimate, goal of the platform, and how is it going to affect the way that we currently, use YouTube? Because a lot of us just get on YouTube and watch free videos and listen to free music. And so, yeah, that's basically what I want to know. And so, all right, Del, you don't like them award shows? I feel you don't like them award shows. I mean, well, I used to like the award shows. I can't say that I don't necessarily like award shows, but at the same time, it's when they're done right, I like them. But for the most part, the way they're constructed now, I don't necessarily like them too much either. It's more or less, it's the same artists. It's the artists aren't as good as performers live as they used to be. And so it's a lot of times I used to like the live performances, like to actually see somebody, do their thing live. But nowadays with these artists, they're not necessarily live performers, unless it's, Beyonce or Chris Brown or somebody, Bruno Mars even. So yeah, I agree. But at the same time, I don't know. But I don't know. You don't like award shows? I can feel that. But why don't you like award shows? I know why I don't like award shows. I know a lot of people don't like award shows, but why don't you like award shows? Like, what's your number one issue with the award shows? And so, and also to Rashawn Renee, if you feel like if they are going to charge to upload content, like for an artist, how do you feel about that? Do you think they should, or do you think that do you think that's going to hurt the independent artists, or do you think that's kind of going to level the playing field in the sense of, now since you have to pay, obviously a person is going to take more consideration into what content they're uploading, and so maybe it'll filter out a lot of the BS, so to speak, as far as YouTube is concerned. And maybe that, so with that being said, so maybe that may actually help, some of the other artists, because it won't be as much, frivolous, content on YouTube as it is currently. And so, that's just a perspective. But let me know what you think. All I do is listen to the music. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I guess that's all it is to do nowadays, but the award show is supposed to be a celebration of the artist and just the year that the culture has experienced in as a whole. And so it used to be, they would bring, and a lot of times artists don't even show up for these award shows like they used to, anyway, especially the BET Awards. But, and the thing I used to like about award shows, as I stated, is it was the collaboration. Like, you would hear artists, perform on songs together all year, but because even in concerts, like, you go to a lot of these concerts, if their speech is too long and they don't sing. Exactly. That's my number one issue, is that they don't sing live no more. It's just like, since that's what it's all about. Other than that, I might as well just listen to the CD. Honestly, if you're not going to sing live, I think it takes away from it. And the speeches do kind of be too long. It just all depends, you know what I'm saying? When it gets frivolous, and they're talking about nothing, then yeah, definitely. But And so we know you won't be watching the award shows. But anybody, I mean, so yeah, so I guess that's what we're doing. We're not watching the award shows this year. Let me know what y'all think. 614-636-5601 or comment on the Facebook Live page, WUDG Columbus Radio. Yeah, I don't know. It's it's one of them things, but I do appreciate live music. It's just unfortunate that we can't get it the way we used to. And so yeah, but as I gotta look to see who's performing this year, and then I'll make my decision as far as how much I might tune into it. And hey, speaking of YouTube, a lot of times all you gotta do is wait, and then you can go back and watch it on YouTube. And so at least the performances part. What's up, Frost? Good morning, brother. Appreciate it. And so, but yeah, so I think it could work both ways. A lot of these artists are so-called YouTube sensations. This is Rashandra Renee. A lot of these artists are so-called YouTube sensations, and it's been very gimmicky, but at the same time, it's giving an artist a platform who wouldn't normally have one. That's interesting. And so, much like a lot of things, it could work both ways, I guess, for the positive or the negative. Exactly. That's it is very gimmicky, and so obviously because it's everyone's trying to stand out. And so if you're not standing on the music, then you have to come up with a gimmick or something to kind of draw the eyes to you, so to speak. And so that's what we get a lot of times now, where people are, performing stunts or acts to get the notoriety and and hopefully bring attention to their music, which should be the ultimate goal. And so yeah, I mean, it could be a bad thing. It could be a good thing in the sense of I think it will kind of filter possibly, some of the content that gets made available. But at the same time, it does give a platform to artists who wouldn't necessarily have one. And so that's it's a centralized location. And that's what I have conversations with people about social media and, about what platforms they use. I know some people, what I tend to realize is it can be generational. It could be a situation where, a lot of the older, people are more on Facebook and, moving towards Instagram. Twitter is a thing that people use sporadically, I think. Then a lot of people are moving more towards Snapchat. And so what I found that is people that use Facebook, some people that use Snapchat, and some people that use Instagram, and it's, even some people that use Twitter. But it's, most people aren't active on all four platforms. And so, but what I've noticed is everyone's on YouTube. And so YouTube is a platform that pretty much everyone goes to, as opposed to, and I don't know, people don't consider it necessarily social media in a sense, but I consider it social media because it basically is. You can create an account, you can upload content. And so it's social media to me. And so I consider it social media. And so that's why I compare it to, Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or even Snapchat. And so what I'm saying is I think that YouTube is the one platform where, pretty much everybody, go to YouTube at some point in time. Everybody's on YouTube watching videos. And so with that being said, it has such a huge marketplace. And so if you can just get something on YouTube and you can get some traction, then you're going to be able to generate some sort of, you're going to be able to monetize that in some way. And so I'm curious to see how it's going to change over, but I don't really know. And so, but as far as the award shows, the Oscars, I don't watch any. I watch music award shows because, like I said, I'm into it for the performance aspect of it all. I feel you as far as the speeches that I could do without the speeches. I used to like the performances. I think that if we can get award shows to go back to highlighting performances, then I think it'll still be dope, because again, it's one of the times where you can get all of these different artists at the same place at the same time. Which, unless you go into like a festival, you're not going to see, Beyonce, Cardi B, Migos. You're not going to see none of these people at the same time, unless you're at like Coachella or one of these big music fests. And so the throwback performances, depending on what artist. The throwback performances could be a little touchy depending on the artist, what I'm saying? Because sometimes some artists still got it, and then those be dope. You know what I'm saying? Like the artists that can still get out there and perform, but some of these artists, I don't know about the throwbacks in all cases. I just seen the Dear Mama special on VH1, and it was and Bobby Brown. And shout out to Bobby Brown, but God bless that brother. Man, that's all I can say. I'm just saying that some of these dudes, some of these R&B singers, artists, they need to sit down, yo. I don't know if it's the drugs, I don't know if it's the alcohol, I don't know if it's just the years of wear and tear the industry that put on some of these cats, man. But some of these dudes just need to sit it down, man, and just let the nostalgia of your old music just live on, because you performing and you just embarrassing yourself, and it's really taking away from your legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying about that. But that's how I feel about throwback performances. I mean, if the artist is still on top of their game, yes. Other than that, no. They need to be very selective with these throwback performances. You know what I'm saying? But the lack of quality in the new music is something that I think we are all collectively starting to agree on. That it definitely needs an improvement, and the new hip hop artists just jump around the stage in the tightest jeans they can find. Yeah, jeans and blouses. That's the new era, like jeans and blouses. And so, yeah, I mean, I agree. So I guess if you're not really a fan of the current music, like today's music that's out here, then I can see why you tune in for the throwback performances. But and also I would see why you just wouldn't tune in at all. I don't know what these dudes be wearing. I don't even, like, some of this fashion, like, I try not to even get into it, because, you know what I'm saying, everybody just say, as soon as you say something, oh, you hating, let these kids do their thing, and, you know what I mean, and whatever. I say, so you can wear what you want to wear, you know what I mean, you can do what you want to do, you know what I'm saying, but I just like people to be honest. I don't like for things to be misconstrued, as they say. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. I got my little Midwest twang, but some of this stuff is just crazy. It's just like, I mean, a blouse, you know what I mean, is just a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on these dudes to start rocking mini skirts. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's next. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, sundresses and all of that, because it's getting out of control. You know what I'm saying? Like, sundress season ain't just for the girls no more. You know what I'm saying? They going crazy out here with this, man. So I don't know what to make of any of this, but yeah. Yeah, and so yeah, we're gonna get into all of that at the BET Awards. Let me know who y'all feel like should be the nominees and all of that, and if y'all feel like any of these people are deserving nominees. And so again, this is WUDG Columbus Underground Radio, and shout out to the dudes out there wearing the tight jeans and the blouses. You know, I ain't hating on y'all, man. To each his own. I want y'all to think I'm hating. You know what I mean? But I just think it's going a little bit too far. But anyway, what we're going to do now is get into the talented Mr. Lindsay with the track Demand. Again, this is the Demand by the talented Mr. Ripley. Talented Mr. Lindsay. My bad, y'all. And this is WUDG Columbus Radio.
Yeah. Hey, yo, yeah. You gotta take this one off, right? Another B exclusive. Hey, yo, yeah. Logic. Swill Gauge. Hey, yo, yo. Basics. Hey, yo, yo, check it out. Come on. What more can I say? I'm that dude you include in any discussion about the roughest. I handle, don't touch this. Unless you want to get burned to the third degree. MCs are out of luck. It's El Hombre, outcast like Andre. Can't stop my chocolate brain like Tay Sunday. Set up the rendezvous. I dish upon them who think they taking me out. Gonna have a long day. Okay, now back to the next topic. How I'm stacking change that can buy me a space rocket. Invest in stock options up and down the stock market. Got a broker keeping eyes on my target margin. That's real logic and my pockets reflect that. Proper investments keep me out of that debt trap. It's like that, and that's the way it is. Pretty soon you'll see my spot on the TV cribs. However, she sweat it down. Drop top DMs, I'm the man, girlfriend. However, living better now. She sweat it down. Drop top DMs, I'm the man, girlfriend. However, living better now. She sweat it down. Drop top DMs, I'm the man, girlfriend. However, living better now. She sweat it down. Drop top DMs, I'm the man, girlfriend. Diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck. Grind every day for the numbers on my check. If you didn't know, well, now you know. My flow's remarkable, other cats say so. Like, yeah, that boy Big Swill, that boy dope. I seen him in the club in the fresh leather coat. Took it off, grabbed the mic, slid a dude throat. Glass City Dawn, you can call me GOAT. So fly, never take a step out of flow. When I clear my throat, that's all she wrote. Fresh like lettuce, straight go getters. About to get all up in your
dome like tennis. Cool breeze, better get a scarf and a sweater. Will Gates to get the cheese like cheddar. Feta, Buddha, man. Chili most cakes with the mic in his hand. However, living better now. She sweater down. Drop top, leave heavens. I'm the man, girlfriend. However, living better now. She sweater down. Drop top, leave heavens. I'm the man, girlfriend. However, living better now. She sweater down. Drop top, leave heavens. I'm the man, girlfriend. However, living better now. She sweater down. Drop top, leave heavens. I'm the man, girlfriend.
Take a sip of my drink in my mink, then I think how I'm fresh like aqua. Y'all think 1% of my pedigree. My style amazed like Frank Beverly. Call it heavenly, status energy like Mathis. I should get an award for bringing shorties from the club to my mattress. Maybe it's the way that I be. Off to myself in the corner with the chain that's sparkly. Yep. Just cause my music ain't clean, don't think I won't crack your jaw with my.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Oh yeah. It's critical, y'all. Oh yeah. Let's go.
Friday night and I just got paid. I call a queue and say I'm on the way. Text Michelle and tell her don't be late, cause it's about to go down. Pick up Marvin, head north on high. Not a teardrop in the sky. We reached the club and exit from our rides. All eyes on us saying, yeah. Inside, dance floor, drop it low. Bring it up and turn around, he's moving on me slow. Twisting hips enough to masturbate all kinds of flows. To throw it back and grab his hands. You ain't know, I'm kinda lifted from attention that his body gives. Plus the liquor in my cup has me feeling. Hey Mr. DJ, don't stop spinning hits. Now everybody say, in the club, don't give a all my fellas say, can't hide, we about to turn it up. All my ladies say, in the club, don't give a all my ladies say, can't hide, we about to turn it up. Yo, all my fellas say, fill them up, drink them away now. We having fun, don't give a fuck what you say. Someone hit the flow, we dance around them slow and realize that it's a homegirl from the O. We help her up and make a silly ass take a seat. Then we continue having fun and never miss a beat. They offer critical to come on stage and bring the heat. I comply, grab the mic and then begin to speak. The roof is on fire. We don't need the water, let the fire burn higher. We gon' turn it out until the music is stopped. Everybody take a sip, breathe. Hip hop ladies, throw up your hands and shake it right. Let them know it's going down tonight. But if he acts up, you just might get a new one in your life. Yeah, in the club, don't give a all my fellas say, can't hide, we about to turn it up. All my ladies say, in the club, don't give a all my ladies say, can't hide, we about to turn it up. Yo, all my fellas say, the roof is on fire. We don't need the water, let the fire burn higher. We gon' turn it out until the music is stopped. Everybody take a sip, breathe. Hip hop ladies, throw up your hands and shake it right. Let them know it's going down tonight. But if he acts up, you just might get a new one in your life. Yeah, in the club, don't give a all my fellas say, hands high, we about to turn it up. All my ladies say, in the club, don't give a all my ladies say, hands high, we about to turn it up. Yo, all my fellas say,
I like that. Oh yeah. Yo, DJ, bring this back to the
Welcome back, y'all. Again, that was DJ Prime. Shout out to DJ Prime with Critical. That was DJ Prime. This is WDG Columbus Radio, and we are back again with the Loud and Clear Show. And right now, I got a special guest joining me, and so we're gonna go ahead and let her announce herself to the people. Go ahead and shout out your name and tell the people what you do.
Hey, my name is Desha. I am a singer-songwriter. And my Facebook is Desha Games, and you guys can like me on Instagram at Candy Kisses.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so I appreciate you coming in today. And so, you from here? You from Columbus? Is that correct? All right, and so you're R&B singer?
Yes.
Okay, how long you been singing?
been singing all my life since like 1, I guess. That's what my mama told me at least.
That's what your mama told you? Okay, I can dig it. And so as far as your style of music, or what you consider it, like what style of R&B would you consider yourself?
I'm a 90s baby.
90s baby.
90s R&B, just trying to bring that back in some way, but kind of keep it still hip and millennial.
Okay, all right. And so that's what's up. And so yeah, as far as influences, who are some of your musical influences?
My family and my brother, he passed away, and we always used to do music, so that's a big influence for sure. Okay,
rest in peace to your brother. And so you did music with your brother before you. Okay, was he a singer also?
He was pretty much everything, right?
Okay, right. That's what's up. And so as far as projects that you really have you released any projects as of today?
Actually, currently I'm working on my EP. It's called Exposure.
Mm-hmm.
So once that gets done, I'm having a EP release party on my birthday in June. Still trying to set that up. We'll have all that information soon. So.
Okay. And so with this new single that you dropping off with us today, it's called Emotional Rollercoaster. Mm-hmm. And so tell us about that single. Like who produced the song?
Raven Capone.
Raven Capone.
Yeah, he produced it, yeah.
And who wrote the song? Did you write it?
Yeah, I wrote.
Okay.
Yeah, I write all my music.
All of it? Oh, dope. And so have you always wrote all your own music?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And that's dope. You know, a lot of R&B singers don't write. Yeah. So okay.
I actually want to write. Like I want to write for people in the industry also, as well as sing my own music. So trying to do my little Neo and the Dream type.
Okay. All right. And so are you submitting songs to artists?
Not yet. I'm waiting for my EP to get done so I can have that done, and so my focus won't be nowhere else but that.
Okay.
And after that, yeah, I'm gonna start submitting stuff for sure.
Dope. Oh, yeah. Well, that's pretty dope. And so so as far as your aspirations immediately, are you short term and long term? Like, are you looking to are you looking more to be a songwriter initially and then go into being a performer, or are you just looking to perform and write songs and just kind of doing both at the same time? Okay. But the reason I asked, because there's since you mentioned Neo, and they're he's an artist that a lot of even with Carrie Hilson, there's a lot of artists that start off writing songs. That's how they get into the industry. And they'll write. Neo wrote a lot of songs before he actually was able to put out his own record. So I was just wondering, is that something that you would entertain if that opportunity presented itself, just to write songs? Okay, yeah, because you got to put it all out there. You know what I mean?
I need everybody to know.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? Somebody listening, but oh no, she just want to be, put it all out there because you never know, right? Okay, well that's dope. And so, as far as with this EP you're working on, are you any artists you collabing with? Could you speak into the mic a little bit more? Move that mic a little closer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you should be good now.
Right now, I'm not really working with any artists, but I was thinking about a few to put on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just kind of want it because it's exposure. It's called Exposure because I want the people to be exposed to me.
To you.
Yeah. So it's probably most likely I've still got a few songs that I gotta do. So it most likely it's just gonna be me on that EP for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. I mean, honestly, that's a good idea. How many songs you are gonna have on EP?
7.
7? All original?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the beginning of it is old songs that I wrote, and then the end is gonna be new songs that I write out. So it's going I'm trying to compare the difference from a year ago or 2 years ago to me now. Yeah.
All right. And so Raven Capone, he's overseeing EP in the project for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. And you recording here locally in Columbus?
Yeah.
So all your music you get all from Raven, or you can somebody produce and send you beats?
For sure.
Okay. Where can they send the music to? They want some tracks they want you to listen to.
They can send it to candice.games93@gmail.com.
Candice.games93@gmail.com. Candice with a C?
Yes.
All right. Gotta ask these days, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Right.
For sure. They will put that K down.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, yeah, producers, if you listening, I know I got a few producers that be tuning in. So yeah, send us some tracks. You know what I'm saying? And let's get this thing popping. You know, so I like to connect people. You know, especially people that's in the area that we in here. And so, if you're listening out here, send us some tracks. And so, well, I'm not gonna have you sing live unless you just want to sing live. You know, I won't put you on the spot. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, usually I get people in here, been to this Freestyle Friday, but I'm not gonna do that yet. You know what I'm saying? But I just put it out there. So at any point you decide to be like, hey. You know what I'm saying? Then it's on you, but no pressure. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely, again, I appreciate you coming in. And so tomorrow, what you in here also, besides promoting your single, you also got performance here in Columbus, Ohio at Scully's. Okay, so tell us about that.
Got a performance at Scully's tomorrow. It's at 21 and up. Starts at 9:30, I believe, and it's $10 to get in. And it's just a lot of local artists just up there, poetry. And it's gonna be all kinds of things going on. So if you guys can come out, I would like y'all to come check me out. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Okay, and so it's poetry, R&B. I see here, book, comedy, and all of this. And so who's putting this event together? How did you become a part of the event? Let me ask that question.
Raven.
Okay.
Does everything for me. You know,
okay.
He connects me with people and all that. So I'm not for sure. I don't get to meet the big man over it
right. Okay.
Until later on.
Right. So Raven's he's more so your manager if he had a title.
Everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shout out to Raven. And so this is tomorrow night at Scully's. And what time you go on?
I go on at 12.
At 12. Okay. I see the doors open at 9 o'clock for y'all that's listening. It's $10 at the door. It's a 21 and over event?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so how long do you know how long your set's going to be?
My set's probably going to be like 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Three songs to do.
Okay. And it's this Emotional Rollercoaster. It's going to be one of the songs you're performing. Yes. All right. And as far as YouTube, you got any videos on YouTube?
Actually, I'm working on my YouTube channel right now.
Okay.
So not at the moment. I do have Emotional Rollercoaster. The video is out on YouTube.
Okay.
It's under the Shade Game, so you can look that up on YouTube if you want.
Yeah, exactly. That's what okay. So you got it. So we go to YouTube. We can check out the video. Now, is it it's an audio? Or is it like a video?
It's a video.
Okay, dope. All right. Well then, then on YouTube. Shout out your YouTube page again?
The Shade Game. The Shade Game's Emotional Rollercoaster.
The Shade Game's Emotional Rollercoaster. Y'all go check that out at 11 o'clock when your show is over. But don't forget, you know what I'm saying, and subscribe to the channel too, you know what I mean, and leave some comments and let her know what y'all think. I'm sure it's gonna be dope. I'm gonna check that out here as soon as I get a chance. And so, all right, and so you got the big show tomorrow at Scully's. After tomorrow night, you got any other performances coming up?
Not that I know of. I know I just have my I'm working on my EP party.
So you're gonna do a release party for the EP? Okay, all right. And so I'm sorry. When again did you say the EP was dropping or anticipated?
June 16th. My birthday is the 17th.
Okay.
My cousin, he passed away. His birthday is on the 16th, so I'm gonna just do it that way.
June 16th.
First Friday is perfect on a Saturday.
Okay, June 16th. Wow. Okay. Well, that's just right around the corner. Yeah, and you know June 16th, that's Tupac's birthday.
Right.
Yeah. That's a great date, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's like one of those iconic, hip hop days, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what's up. And so so you doing like soulful R&B, and so as far as hip hop collaborations, have you no features from any rappers?
I have a few features. I've been on a couple rappers' songs as well.
So you do features if somebody reached out to you?
Yeah, I do features.
Okay. All right. So y'all listening, hit her up for some features. There's a lot of dope artists in Columbus, honestly, and so I'm glad that that these people are putting together this event to bring some to bring light. And so I'm gonna try. I plan on being there tomorrow night and to check it out. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna bring the whole crew down there, and so that's. Yeah, that's the plan. So if you're in the city, if you're near the city, wherever you is, if you're somewhere in the 614 Central Ohio area, make sure y'all fall through Scully's tomorrow night at about, doors open at 9. Again, it's 21 and over, $10 at the door. She's going on at 12 o'clock. Okay, so they got you up, so you're like a headliner. As headliner. I know, Crucial Hendrix. I see Crucial Hendrix on the bill. Crucial. Shout out to you, man. I know Crucial. I actually had a chance to listen to some of his stuff a couple of weeks ago. Crucial's dope. So it looks like y'all got a good lineup here.
Yeah.
And so again, don't forget to check out the YouTube page and the video also. And so what we was talking about before you got in here, we was talking about the BET Awards. And so the nominees came out Tuesday. And so I was asking, basically the question is like, how do you feel about award shows? Do you still watch award shows?
Yeah, I do.
All right. And so when you watch them, are you watching them for like the live performances, or you just like to see all these artists get together at the same place at the same time?
I like to see like the artists win, like who's competing and who actually takes it over, and how hard they actually work to get there. So I just like to see them get rewarded.
See the grind. And so they had a Repromo USA had an award show here in Columbus last weekend.
I think I remember something like that.
Yeah, and so I'll plug you in with their information, because you moving around out here, and so that'll be a good group of people that know, because they do a lot of different events in the city, and so you can definitely connect with them. I'll make sure I get you that information before you leave today. And so and I just had a few questions for you about the awards. Since the nominees came out, and since you are a female R&B artist, I'm gonna ask you as far as the best female R&B category. I'm gonna give you the nominees. You tell me who you got. And look, it ain't no beef. We ain't gonna ask you to diss nobody or nothing. It just, who you got. All right, so best female R&B / pop artist award. We got Beyonce, we got SZA, we got her, we got Rihanna, we got Kalani.
Rihanna's my all-time favorite.
Rihanna's your all-time favorite?
She is, but she hasn't been doing too much. So if we go down to like who's been working harder, I'll go with SZA for sure.
Okay. I picked SZA also for that same reason. I thought about it. I'm like, well, who's put out music this year more than SZA? Right. Okay, I'm with you on SZA. SZA's what do you like SZA personally? Yeah, you think she's dope? Yeah, because some girls don't. Now I'm about to go into something else. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, no, seriously, because I'm asking, you might already know where I'm about to go. Because some girls don't necessarily like SZA because they say she promotes like the side chick mentality. You know what I mean? Girls that say, like relationships feel like, that's kind of, inappropriate in the sense. So how do you feel about how, like the message in her music?
Honestly, she just being her. I mean, she knows what sells, I guess. Like, she know how to get music out there. I mean, they might not like what she's promoting, but they do listen to it. They
exactly.
Every word, probably, So she just doing it. She just trying to get her name out there.
Get her name out there. All right. And so, and all right. I won't get too far into that. I got a follow-up question I would ask, but I'm not going to do that. What I am going to ask you, because what we're also talking about is music streaming and YouTube. And I don't know if you heard or not, but YouTube is launching a streaming service to compete with Tidal, Spotify, and obviously Apple Music. They're getting rid of the Google Play Music, and they're converting everyone. And so obviously going to be charging for the service. And so the question that I'm asking is, if being that they're moving to a different sort of arena and platform, are they going to be charging people for subscriptions? How do you think that's going to affect like an independent artist such as yourself? Like, do you think that do you think there's a possibility you have a video on YouTube now that you were able to upload for free? Now, if they were to charge you to upload that same video,
I mean, it's the part of the game to me. I mean, it's going from. I mean, I don't know what to say exactly. Like, it just is. It is what it is.
What it is.
You gotta get what you can get. If they're charging you, you have to pay. Just like you pay for studio time, you pay for
just another artist expense that you write it off as. All right, but do you think it's going to as far as from a positive and negative standpoint, like, do you feel it'll have a more of a positive? The reason I'm asking, let me phrase it this way, because the reason I asked the question is, like, obviously anybody can go to YouTube and post a video,
right.
And so it's oversaturated, because its content is everywhere, and so it's hard to decipher between what's legitimate, like what's really good, and what's just somebody who just throwing a video up there.
And then if you're paying for it, it's more secure too, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a certain way to secure your stuff. Secure it,
and you're less likely just to put up any sort of video if you have to pay to put it up there.
Right.
And so the question, the reason why I'm phrasing it this way is to say, as an artist, if the pool lessens and now you don't have as many people that are able to just throw up a video on YouTube, because obviously it costs and a lot of people ain't willing to actually pay. So an artist such as yourself, would you think that would allow you to kind of stand out more and give you it kind of like filters out the people from the people that are serious and the ones that are not serious?
Definitely. I mean, I believe that for sure. I believe a lot of people that's very serious about it is going to pay the fee,
Right?
Just to have their music out there, and then that's going to like cut out certain
frivolousness.
Yeah,
So,
you know,
right? Exactly. Like all the cat videos.
Exactly.
Right.
And then be able, once you can just go find, like if you go to an artist, then you'll be able to go find that artist faster,
right?
Or a song, because you ain't got to worry about all these other videos that come before it. So
okay, I agree.
They ain't gonna like it at first, but they get used to it.
Just like everything
else.
Yeah, exactly. You get pushed back initially, but eventually people come around. And so, yeah, that's what I was just wondering, because I think, honestly, like when I first heard it, I'm like, oh, that's wild, that's going to mess things up. But then I thought about it more. I'm like, well, you know what? That will actually probably benefit the serious independent artists, because like, you don't have to worry about just getting thrown in a mix with a bunch of people who are not as serious as you are, but got the same access. Because anybody with a laptop can upload a video. And so I think it's kind of diluted the quality of what we getting as consumer from the consumer side of it all. It's definitely diluted, you know what I mean, like the talent pool. And so also what's also we're gonna just a quick question. You ain't gotta get too much into it if you don't want, but I don't know how much you are into like what's going on in the news as far as this concerned. But Tierra Marie, you familiar with Tierra Marie? The Love and Hip Hop star Tierra Marie. All right, and so she had a sex tape that leaked from her Instagram page. Right, she said it was revenge porn by her ex-boyfriend. So allegedly they had a breakup. He got caught cheating on her, and so in revenge, after she broke up with him, he went to her page and he uploaded, a video of her performing some sexual acts. All right, and so now this is she's suing, saying that it's revenge porn. But she's also a Love and Hip Hop reality TV star. Some people say this is a publicity stunt for the TV show, and some people saying this legit. And so, as far as earlier, we were talking about just revenge porn in general. I don't really know where this term came from, but I hear it more and more. You know what I'm saying? It's that and the other. And so, I tell girls, like I tell young women that it's not necessarily, you don't want to put yourself in a compromising situation on video or on photo, with anybody that you may feel like you have feelings for in that moment, but when that relationship changes, now that person has ammunition to use against you. And I'm bringing that up for you because obviously you're a young up and coming artist, and so there's situations that a person can get you in. And, with the intent of, okay, well, if you make it, then now my claim to fame is going to be exposing something that I know about you or I did with you years before you got famous. And so, like, how do you feel about, because we live in a culture now where a lot of girls are sending videos and selfies and, all of this, and with the Snapchat, they think it deletes after so long and all these different things. So, like what's your stance on that? Like, what would be your advice to a young up-and-coming, not even necessarily an entertainer, but primarily entertainers, because those are the people who usually get that because they're trying to get something in return. But even just for a young girl in general, like what do you feel about the over sexualization of people are more like they're just more willing to expose themselves sexually on video and on film? And so, like, what would you say to that?
I mean, it's a generational thing to me. Parents, I feel like parents should teach children, and even the upcoming children, their parents should teach them to know the difference from, your husband and your boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? If you're not married, and then it's not gonna be like sacred. Like if that's just your boyfriend, he's just your boyfriend. You don't have access to pretty much nothing when it comes down to him. If he wants to leave, then he has all your stuff. So, I mean, I had to learn, about certain things too. So it's just it's just a learning situation, and it's just life, sometimes. So I can't really actually say that.
Would you sue if someone did that to you?
Would I sue?
Yeah, if an ex-boyfriend leaked a video of you, would you sue?
I mean, probably.
Probably right. But I mean, I'm not mad at the lawsuit.
I mean, it's because you're like exposing somebody. That's your personal life.
Right.
So if you feel like you can expose me, I'm gonna sue you. I mean, she's right. I mean, to me,
yeah.
Because if it is something willing for her to do because she was with a man. He should never put her out there like that.
Right.
So she got every right to get whatever money she can get. He's getting money out of it, you know. So.
Yeah, I feel you. And so she's a reality TV star, so a lot of people think that this is just another plot for their show or whatever. Would you ever do reality TV? Yeah. Okay. That's and so just like that, like you just do reality TV, like well.
My face out there, I don't care.
Right. All right. Well, hey, you never know.
I'm always the same person, so it ain't like I'm a certain way. So
you're not worried about the cameras. Yeah. You're not worried about them editing or manipulating it to make you look a certain way, because they do that a lot.
They sure do.
Yeah. Well. All right, well, that's what's up. And so, again, what we're going to do, if you got anybody that's listening on your line, they want to call in and chop it up with you, they can call us in at 614-636-5601. Again, that's 614-636-5601. Shout out to everybody listening on the WUDG Underground Columbus page. Shout out to everybody watching on my Facebook page. I'm trying to work both screens, so y'all, I'm going back and forth, but excuse me. And so, yeah, I definitely want to tell everybody again about where they can get a hold of you, where they can go check out your music, and also promote your upcoming EP that you got dropping. So, yeah, just run through all your social media platforms again and tell everybody to follow you, where they can catch up with you.
Okay, Shay Games on Facebook. You can get on Facebook, message me for anything, any information. Candy Kisses on Instagram. What else? The Sovereign Queen on Snapchat. You guys can check me out on there too. EP coming out June 16th, hopefully June 16th.
Okay, that's a tentative date.
Yeah, that's the date I'm working on. But you gotta get everything in order first. But it's right around the corner, so I'm gonna have a better date soon.
Okay.
Shout out to Nightlife Records. That's what I deal with.
Okay.
Capone, Blow Boy, Breezy.
No doubt.
Crew right there.
No doubt.
Shout out to First Degree because I deal with I mess with them too. Like I'm affiliated with them. Like they're people, Money Swag Gang, all of them. So.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. You said Nightlife Records?
Nightlife Records. Okay,
so that's the label that you're rocking with.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad you said it, because that's gonna be my next question. Like, are you looking to sign like with a major label, or are you just doing the independent thing?
Right now, I'm doing the independent thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like just right now,
right.
I don't know what the future holds.
See how it goes.
Yeah, I want it. I'll be telling people like, I don't really want my face out there to be like super famous like Rihanna. But people be like, well,
yeah, you're in the wrong business, right?
You're
in the wrong business.
So I'm like, all right, well, it depends. It just depends.
Right. You like the humble brag. Like you want to be a humble celebrity, where you want to
you
want your music out there, but not necessarily your face. But nowadays, with the way that this culture is set up, it's like people don't just buy music; they buy into you as an artist. Yeah. And so that's why a lot of ways you have to kind of give your audience a lot more than what artists back in the day would have to. People want to feel like they live with you almost. It's just like they want you to document every minute of your life. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just a different era. And so I agree. Like it's off topic, but on topic. There was an artist like Wu-Tang back in my day, Ghostface Killer. Like I'm saying, he came out, he rocked the mask, and I always thought that was dope, because it's like, okay, well, you're an artist, but when you get your music out there, but then you take the mask off, nobody know who you is. Right. Little did I know he was only doing that because he was on the run from the police. It had nothing to do with creativeness. It was just he couldn't be seen in the video. Yeah, so that was a whole other thing. But I thought the concept was dope. I'm like, look, like but that's artists who are able to kind of be out there as far as popularity, but not necessarily be face recognizable like that. I mean, because even when I was going through this list, I'm like, her, I don't even know what she looks like. Neither. But I know her music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's all over the radio and everything else, but I don't know what she looks like. And so there's a few people on this list that I ain't necessarily heard of. She may be. iHeartRadio is like, they done took over, which is crazy, but she might be. I'll have to look into that. I'm not 100% sure, but she might be. That might be a good point, but that would explain why she's all over there. Because I'm like, okay, she came out of nowhere. You like her though? You think she's dope?
I like the song she has. Yeah, she got dope voice.
All right. And so, if you could work with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be? Male or female? Any genre?
Can I get male and female?
Male or female? Why not?
Okay.
It's your world. You know what I'm saying? You want two? Pick two.
I would say definitely Tupac because Tupac is just everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaliyah. Go with Aaliyah.
Good choice. Good choice. You picked two dead artists, though. You know what I'm saying? But I thought you were gonna give me. I thought you actually give me one. Okay, but
the industry now, I'm trying to change it. Honestly, I'm gonna try my best to get in there
and do you
and bring out some good music.
bring out some good music? Yeah, Prince. Somebody in the comments said Prince. She didn't say Prince. Prince is dope. You know what I'm saying? But that's interesting, though. I mean, that's a good choice. That's a good choice. I think Aaliyah was real dope. Obviously, Tupac was dope. What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite Aaliyah song or album? If you had to pick,
I really can't pick because she's my favorite. So I really can't pick.
where do you think she would be if she was still alive?
Oh, she would definitely be like over Beyonce.
Really? You think so?
I think so.
Over Beyonce?
For sure.
Why would you say that? Just
Because
curious.
she talking everywhere. She was just dope. You know, she had a great voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she's been doing it by herself, and a lot of people respect her in the game. I feel like Beyonce actually like came up under her. So coming up under somebody like Aaliyah, and well, they was up there at the same time, but Aaliyah was more popping at the point of time. You know,
Okay.
It don't stop. It ain't gonna stop. If she was still here, she would still been popping just like Beyonce was popping back in the day. So.
Okay. I hear people make that argument all the time. They be like, oh, if Aaliyah was here, Beyonce wouldn't be doing this, she wouldn't be doing that. I don't know. Like, that's
I think
interesting.
she'd still be doing it. It just wouldn't be as recognized because back then they didn't really. Beyonce was. I ain't gonna say she was really like recognized when it came down to Aaliyah. She was really on everything. Charts. I mean, Destiny's Child was good. Don't get me wrong. Destiny's Child together back then was definitely
right
on top. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? But Aaliyah, she was recognized on a lot of shows, and she was doing her movies, and she was doing it way back then before anybody else even like wanted to do that or started doing that. She started doing the music.
Right.
Everything. So she just was multi-talented.
Do you think Beyonce's a good actress?
Yeah.
I'm curious because she's doing. I guess she's doing a new movie. I guess she's gonna do like I don't know if it's The Lion King.
Really?
Or something today. I'll have to look further in there, but she's doing something here. She got coming up, so I'm just curious to know. Yeah, I think she's cool. I like Beyonce. I like Aaliyah too. I don't know if Beyonce would be as big as Aaliyah, but I don't know. That's a good question because I think they kind of have two different lanes in a sense. Where I think like vocally, I think Beyonce is a better performer vocally than Aaliyah.
Beyonce know how to perform. She definitely does, but she got years into it. So we would never know. We would never know exactly how Aaliyah would be to this day. She's not here.
Good point. All right. Well, what we're gonna do here is I gotta get into this song real quick, and then we're gonna come back and ask you a few more questions. And I got this segment I like to do with artists I bring here. It's called Take 6. I'm gonna ask you 6 questions. I'm gonna give you 6 different scenarios, and you just tell me the first thing that pops in your head when I read them off to you. Well, we're gonna get into that. But right now, we're gonna get into the new single, Blue Diamond Girl by the homie Booty the Kid. Again, this is WUDG Columbus Underground Radio. This is the Loud and Clear Show.
But that still ain't enough. My blue diamond baby can't be touched. She be every man's dream plus a whole lot more. Live the blue diamond life, classy for sure. Her nice, the elegant, all around the world. You gotta know she above the best, a blue diamond girl. What you see here's what you get. A whole lot of woman full of charm and wit. You can swear up and down you got the baddest chicks, but she make you think twice about the one that you with. And damn, I must admit she got me digging her style. When I see her try hard to hold back my smile, inside I'm like, wow, she the best of the best. And me, I'm mad picky, but with her I'm impressed. When we met, had me thinking out my game so strong. Laughed and cut me off, told me where I went wrong. Let me know she ain't a all one night stand. She got everything she wanted except the right man. Reached out for my hand, then she gave me a phone. Said she'll hit me later on, probably when she get home. So sexy and grown, got your man in the soul. Killer rock about my baby, so go get your own. She everything you wanna be, plus a whole lot more. Sipping on blue diamond, getting money to blow. You can even call it bad, but that still ain't enough. My blue diamond baby can't be touched. She be every man's dream, plus a whole lot more. Live the blue diamond life, classy, show. A nice, be elegant all around the world. You gotta love her, she above the best. A blue diamond girl. Let's talk about her lifestyle. Money well invested, cash flow by the piles. I'm sitting staring at her, trying to understand how. The last fool lost her, but I understand now. Smart as she could be, got 3 college degrees. Her neck and wrist alone worth about 100 G's. A private jet get it to wherever overseas. Sipping blue diamond on the beach in Belize. Polite type, attitude is so nice. Try to play it full, guarantee you pay the price. What you call balling out, that's the everyday life. Luxury hotels might stay 7 nights. I can make her my wife and be proud of that. But that I ain't falling off track. She a rich man's dream, a bum nigga scheme, a smart man's queen, every beat of any team. She everything you wanna be, plus a whole lot more. Sipping on blue diamond, getting money below. You can even call it bad, but that still ain't enough. My blue diamond baby can't be touched. She be every man's dream, plus a whole lot more. Live the blue diamond life, classy, show. A nice, be elegant all around the world. You gotta love her, she above the best. A blue diamond girl.
Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl. Let me be your diamond girl.
She everything you wanna be, plus a whole lot more. Sipping on blue diamond, getting money below. You can even call it bad, but that still ain't enough. My blue diamond baby can't be touched. She be every man's dream, plus a whole lot more. Live the blue diamond life, classy, short, a nice, be elegant all around the world. You gotta love her, she above the best. A blue diamond girl.
Yeah. Get a taste of this time.
Boonie the kid, tryna Michelle.
All right, that was Booney the Kid with Blue Diamond Girl. Shout out to Booney the Kid. We still waiting on that vodka, homie. Blue Diamond vodka. Shout out to y'all. I can't wait to get that bottle. But anyway, we back with the Loud and Clear Show. This WUDG Columbus Radio with my special guest. I keep wanting to mispronounce your name. It's like I think once the name gets in my head one way, it's just like I keep hearing it, but it's Desha. Desha. All right, with my special guest Desha with Nightlife Records. All right, and so again, she got a performance. If you're in the Columbus area, again, Central Ohio area, Dayton, Mansfield, Newark. We got 614-937-740. All these area codes. If you're in the area, make sure y'all come down to Scully's tomorrow night. It's going down. It is $10 at the door. 21 and over. And she goes on at 12 o'clock, right? 12 o'clock. All right. I'm gonna get there early. You know what I'm saying? Get there early. It'll probably sell out because it's a lot of acts. It's a lot of dope artists on the bill. It looks like, and so make sure y'all get there early and support before it's too late. And so again, y'all can call in at 614-636-5601. And so again, I definitely appreciate you coming in. I know it was last minute. Yeah, but I'm definitely going to make sure I stay in tune with everything you got going on. And I appreciate you dropping off this single. And so I do apologize, but I'm going to get this into our rotation. And so I do need to run it by our program director here. But once we get that, we'll get it uploaded in our rotation, and I'll spin it. You know, I'm here, like I said, I'm here every Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And so I'll definitely make sure it's in my rotation. I'll add it to my playlist. And, we'll make sure we spin it here at the Underground Columbus and plug you that way. And we got a few DJs that come through the school too. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We'll make some things happen for you. And so, again, what we're going to do here is a segment I like to do. It's called, I call it Take Six, you know what I'm saying? But typically, I ask 6 questions. And, I give you 6 different, I'll give you 2 options per question. Just ask you to pick the first one that comes in your head. But, all right. And so not everybody drinks, you know what I mean? And so, seriously. And so some people, the answer is neither, just say neither. Okay. All right. And so Beyonce or Janet?
Beyonce or who?
Janet Jackson.
Janet.
Pizza or tacos? Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
Hennessy or Ciroc?
Ciroc.
Trump or Bush?
Oh, man.
Everybody always pauses when I like either one. Like, I don't know. Okay, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I just like to ask that because it just throws people off. Like Trump or Bush. Yeah, exactly. All right, but no, we definitely appreciate you coming in. So tell the people again one more time where they can follow you. Tell them about your upcoming EP, where that's going to be. With the EP, before we get into that, like, is this going to be something that you're going to is it going to be available for free on like a streaming platform? Or are you looking to push this on
Yeah,
iTunes, Spotify, sort of situation?
Yeah, I'm pushing on like iTunes, Spotify.
Okay.
For like $1.
For like $1.
If you support $1, right?
Right. I feel you.
99 cents.
For the whole project?
For the whole thing.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you might want to do that per single. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right. Put it on iTunes.
I'm just really promoting right now.
Right.
I mean, I write songs like crazy.
Like crazy.
Like, it's not going to really affect anything if I sell it.
Right, just pouring out of you, huh? Like, yeah, that's what they all say when they're young, like you. You're like, yeah, I do this forever. I got all these songs. Yeah, but I mean,
when I do my album, though, it's definitely going to be different.
Right. Okay.
This is just promotion.
So you're gonna take like your album. You're gonna actually take a different approach than what you're taking with the EP. Okay, so well, that's an interesting statement you just made. So explain that. Like, what's the difference between the approach you're taking with your EP as opposed to your actual album?
Because my EP is just exposure. It's called exposure because I just want like promotion. I want people to actually hear me because I got a lot of people that's in Columbus that's always been wanting me to do this. Always been trying to push me, but I'm like, it's not my time. I'm not ready, But so my EP is just going to give the people what they wanted from me, and they don't gotta really pay too much or I'm in their pockets and all that.
Okay.
I'm not trying to do that, but my album is gonna be me writing all new songs. Like this EP, I've been wrote these songs, like some of them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put more into this album than just my EP. So that's the difference. That's why the EP is just promotion now. So I need the city to know. I need the world to know.
Mm-hmm. Right. So it's more like it's more like a mixtape.
Yeah,
but you're doing it as it's gonna be original music in the EP.
Right.
Smart. And 7 songs is smart too, because way people consume music, less is more these days, I believe. Yeah. I talk to a lot of rappers that they still be trying to do these mixtapes with 15,000 songs on them. I'm like, no, that's not really the way to go. From this side of it, this is like, for the feedback I get, like, these people don't really want to hear all of that. Like, just give me a few songs, give me your best songs, and let's push those. And so, but you got the EP that's going to drop in June, and you said that's going to, but you're going to, it's going to be available iTunes, Spotify, YouTube Music now. Because YouTube is about to start this in 4 days. It starts on the 22nd. Yeah, that quick. Yeah, that quick. Exactly.
I didn't even know they was doing it.
Yep, they just announced it, so they're making it happen real quick. And for independent artists, so we don't know what the impact is going to have for independent artists yet, but
it's going to make a lot of people look at a lot of independent artists more too. Yeah,
exactly. And it may increase ways where you can get revenue off of your music. You can monetize like the video you have now. You can monetize that. If you get the right amount of views, and so. It's going to be interesting, but yeah, you definitely want to stay in touch with that or stay in tune with that because it's going to affect you one way or another as an independent artist, you know what I'm saying? But you feel like you got good people around you. I'm sure they're going to check in and make sure you got, you need to know what you need to know. But it's always good to know for yourself, too. And so and so you shout out all your platforms and tell them where to follow you.
Follow me on Facebook at The Shade Gang, Instagram Candy Kisses. Get in touch with me on there. Any messages and anything that you guys need to know more about the show tomorrow at Scully's, 9 o'clock, $10 to get in, 21 and up. I go on at 12 o'clock, so hopefully I'll get to see it. More people come to support.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. And so before you get out of here, is there anything you want to tell the people? Anything you want them to know about you? I know it's a general question, you know what I'm saying? But no, people ask, like, okay, like there's a lot of different artists, right? That'll come and sit in this seat, that'll come and be out here performing and everything else. Like, and I'm definitely not asking you to like say nothing negative about nobody else as far as artists are concerned, but from your perspective, like what makes you you? Like what makes you stand out from, like, why should somebody support you as opposed to, you know, Hillary next door?
I'll say I'm dedicated to it, you know, and I definitely want to put a lot of what I'm doing into the children. You know, because it's really messed up in this world when these kids are just coming up really innocent and not really knowing what's really going on. So I really want to start a lot of stuff that when it comes down to the kids. That's a part of what I do for it too. For the kids. All right, well that's dope. And so you definitely want to be active as far as the community is concerned and giving back, and that's big too. Because we talked about earlier when I said that people want to, they're not just buying music, they're buying into you as an artist. Yeah. And so that's why I asked you that question, because you know that can make people decide whether or not it's people that are here to interview and be like, yo, I like what she said, I'm gonna get with that. They don't even gotta hear the music. They'll just be like, yo, I'm rolling with her. Like she seemed like me, or she's like the type of chick that I can rock with. And so I like to give an artist a chance to, you know what I mean, like basically just put themselves out. Like, I mean, our doors are open. Like for me, like I can only speak for myself, but in reality, I can speak for anybody that has a show here on the station. Like that's why the tagline is really like we promote unsigned independent artists. They used to call them local artists. I don't call people local artists no more because I don't think it's a such thing as a local artist. I think local is a mentality. I think the way that music is promoted nowadays, if you got a YouTube page, you got social media, you can have a fan base that can be 500 miles away. Right. And people next door to you may not even know you do music. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And so, but you're not a local artist. You know what I mean? So I think it could be in Africa, you know what I mean? And I think local has a negative connotation to it. So people call you a local artist is really like a slight low key. You know what I'm saying? And so here at the Loud and Clear Show, we don't even use that term. We threw that out the door. You're an independent artist. And so this is a platform for independent artists. So whenever you got something you want to promote, whether it's music, whether it's a concert, whether it's a show, whether it's, if you do get a reality TV show and you want to do that, whatever you got going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can come down here and you can promote it. You know what I'm saying? These doors is open. Just hit me up and let me know, like, yo, I'm trying to come through. We can work it out. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, for sure. And I definitely appreciate you coming in. Again, I definitely know it was last minute. And so we definitely appreciate you coming in and being professional, being prepared. And so, again, as I said, I am going to get your song into our rotation. And so, and just make sure that, you know, you check in with us if you want to hear your stuff. You know, you can tell people, hey, I got a song that's playing. You know what I'm saying? He'll spin it. Yeah, you know what I mean? And all of this. And again, this video, we're going to post this online on our YouTube page also. So I'll make sure I get, you know what I'm saying, tell you where you can send people that want to check out the full interview. Some people didn't, you know, obviously might have just jumped in, caught it at the last minute. And so even if you are on your live and all of that. And so, I just wanted to tell you I appreciate you for coming in. I wish you the best. I'll be rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? I've known you for, you know what I'm saying, a little while. You know what I'm saying? And so it's good. I'm glad, you know, because it's this game that we call the music industry got a way of weeding people out. You know, for people that start off thinking that it's going to be easy and thinking that, hey, I'm gonna get up here and do this. I'll put a couple videos out, put a couple mixtapes out, and I'm gonna blow up. Then when it don't happen for them, then all of a sudden, you know, they start doing other things in their life, and you see them years later, they're like, you know, truck drivers or something, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying I respect people that I'm seeing stick with it, because I understand that there's perseverance that really is what's really going to determine if you're successful or not. And sometimes you just got to stay in it long enough to make it.
You know, like it's, and so just don't give up. And so I see you still grinding. I can see the progress that you've made, and so I'm proud of you. I certainly wish you the best. We're rooting for you here, and again, this has been the WUDG Underground Columbus Radio Show. It's the Loud and Clear Show. I am your host, Ray Deuce. Okay. My fiance want me to tell you that we're gonna be at your show tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're gonna be there. And so again, much love, much respect to you two, brother, for holding the sister down. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see she got some good men behind her. You know what I mean? Because you know this game is topsy-turvy, you know what I'm saying? So, right, yeah, so it's definitely what it is. And again, y'all check back in with us. We're going to keep y'all in tune with her and everything she got going on. We're going to get her song, Emotional Rollercoaster, into rotation. And so, as always, you know, we here every Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the WUDG Columbus Radio Facebook Live page. Our Twitter is underground_614, IG Underground Columbus WUDG, and you can subscribe to the Underground Columbus YouTube channel. And so, right now, we got to get into Roll Hustle with Black Man, and I'll be back after this break. This is WUDG Underground Columbus Radio.
I think to myself, Black. Family, we all came from nothing. Born black in my country, start out life with nothing. Black man, stand up, you can be some. Black man, stand up, you can be some. If you struggle with your family, we all came from nothing. Born black in my country, start out life with nothing. Black man, stand up, you can be some. Black man, stand up, you can be some. They want a soul, baby. They want a spirit, baby. They want your song, baby. They want a straw, baby. I'm sure you get what I'm saying. You are now black man, you're tired. Stand up, you know what I'm Single mother with a son, you gotta get it, baby. The struggle be the great, you gotta show them, baby. The struggle red dog, up there some muscle on me. Blacky switched up, it was a lesson for me. Black man in this country, you a target. I feel like an activist, a target. I'm a black man in a target. That black man, a king to his daughter. In the system, to them crackers, he a number. This my country, they treat me like I'm summer. I'm feeling love. I'm feeling love. I wanna live today. I was struggling, I was homeless. Real niggas throwing away. I just run in the streets. 2 sons got a feed. Single mother, you queen. Single mother, you queen. If you struggle with your family, we all came from nothing. Born black in my country, start up level 9. Black man, stand up, you can be something. Black man, stand up, you can be something. If you struggle with your family, we all came from nothing. Black man in my country, you a target. You a target. Wake up, please my people, wake up. Perfect your masterpiece, you a dynasty. Wake up, please my people, wake up. Wake up. Fuck them haters tryna nose, I'ma get it, brother. I fuck my lane, I got a voice, I gotta feed the nation. You got a dream, you still living while you still waiting. They gon' smile, they gon' laugh, shit, they genuine. Hey, I know you always come for nothing. Ain't no giving up, ain't no giving up. They want your soul, baby. Let's get it. They want your heart, baby. If you struggle with your family, we all came from life. Black man, stand up, you can be something. I wanna ball today. I wanna live today. I wanna ball today. I wanna live today. I wanna breathe today. Hey. If you struggle with your family, we all came from nothing. Born black in my country, start out life with nothing. Black man, stand up, you can be something.
Anthem. Yeah. Y'all feeling that joint right there. Roll Humphrey, Black Man. WUDG Underground Columbus Radio. Loud and clear show. I am your host, Ray Deuce. All right, y'all. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We are about to bring this show to a close. As always, I want to thank y'all for watching on Facebook Live. Thank y'all for listening, tuning in. Please like, share the video, leave comments, do all of that. All of that helps. Y'all have no idea how much all the feedback helps. So whether you just sending a thumbs up, whether you liking the page, whether you sharing the video, I certainly appreciate y'all. Shout out to the Focal Local crew. Shout out to Tone. Shout out to Ace Boogie. Shout out to Milan. Shout out to y'all, man. They got the Focal Local 614 show. It is every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Them the homies right there. And so shout out to them brothers, good dudes. I had a chance to sit in with them. I certainly appreciate that. Make sure y'all tune in with them as well. Shout out to everybody else who down here rocking at the WUDG Underground Columbus Studios. And as always, I thank y'all again for watching, for listening. However y'all consuming this, I appreciate it. We went over a lot of topics today. The BET Award nominees came out. We went over that. We talked about the Tierra Marie situation, revenge porn. Again, I want to thank my special guest, R B Artist, Nightlife Records, own Desha Gaines. Shout out to the sister out here making her moves in this R&B world, into the soul R&B, real songstress, you know what I'm saying, which is certainly needed these days. And so we're going to get her as much promo and much plug as possible. So she will be performing tomorrow night at Scully's here in Columbus, Ohio. So if you're in Columbus, if you're in the Central Ohio area, make sure y'all fall through Scully's to check it out. Doors open at 9. She goes on at 12 o'clock. But it's a lot of dope other artists in the building. Excuse me. And so y'all make sure y'all check for them as well. And so get there as early as possible because it's probably going to sell out. It's a lot of artists on the bill. And so definitely want to get there early as possible so y'all don't miss anything. Again, it is at Scully's tomorrow night here in Columbus. The doors open at 9 o'clock. It is 21 and over, and it is $10 to get in. So make sure y'all check that out. Also, go to YouTube and check out her video for Emotional Rollercoaster. And so, again, make sure y'all check that out. And so, as always, I bid y'all a farewell. I want to thank y'all again for listening. This is the Loud and Clear Show. I am Ray Deuce. You can always look for me on any social media platform at Ray Deuce, on Instagram at Only One Deuce. So please look for me on social media. If you ain't got me on Instagram, go to Instagram. It's at Only One Deuce, and follow me, and I will certainly follow you back. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Ray Deuce. And so, just do that and stay in tune with your boy. I got a lot of things that I'm working on, a lot of things that, should be good for the community and be good for the hip-hop culture in general. And so, again, shout out to everybody watching on my Facebook Live. Shout out to everybody watching on the WUDG Underground Columbus Facebook Live. And so, again, this has been the Loud and Clear Show. I am your host, Ray Deuce. And as always, we will see you again next week, same time, same place. And I will leave y'all with, again, Booney the Kid, Blue Diamond Girl, as always. Blue Diamond Girl by Booney the Kid. Shout out to Booney. Shout out to the whole Stillhouse fam. Shout out to Pittsburgh, PA. Shout out to Columbus, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, Cincinnati, Youngstown, Cleveland. What else we got? Shout out to Michigan, Detroit, Flint, Saginaw, Pontiac. Shout out to Rockford, Illinois. Shout out to Chicago, Illinois. Shout out St. Louis. Shout out Indiana, Indianapolis, Gary, Indiana. Shout out Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Kissimmee, Florida. And I don't know. If I missed y'all, I'll get y'all next week. Shout out to everybody that's listening. I really appreciate y'all. Please like and share the video. And again, I will see y'all next week. This has been the Loud and Clear Show. I'm Ray Deuce, WUDG Columbus Radio.
Everything you want to be, plus a whole lot more. Sipping on Blue Diamond, getting money galore. You can even call it bad, but that still ain't enough, huh? My Blue Diamond baby can't be touched. She be every man's dream, plus a whole lot more. Live the Blue Diamond life, classy for sure. A nice, elegant all around the world, huh? gotta love her, she above the best, a blue diamond girl. What you see is what you get. A whole lot of woman full of charm and wit. You can swear up and down, you got the baddest chicks, but she make you think twice about the one that you with. And damn, I must